Wisdom seekers, I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine your ideal life. In this vision, time is no longer your enemy. The frantic ticking of the clock that once fueled your anxiety now soothes you, a metronome to the rhythm of your own design. You are not chasing after minutes, but rather, you are the master of them, orchestrating each hour with precision and directing your days toward fulfillment, growth, and purpose. But how often does reality align with this ideal? How many of us spend our days feeling as if we're constantly running out of time, that there's never enough of it to do everything we want or need to do? Time, that invisible thread that weaves the fabric of our lives, often feels more like a constricting rope, tightening around us with every passing second. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." How true this is of time. We suffer not from the passing of time itself, but from our judgments about how we should be using it. From the pressures we place upon ourselves, the endless to-do lists, the expectations of productivity, and the fear of wasting precious hours. Yet paradoxically, it is precisely these judgments that lead us to waste time. We fall into a trap of busyness, mistaking activity for achievement. We chase after every opportunity, say yes to every demand, and fill our calendars to the brim, believing that this is the way to live a full life. But in doing so, we dilute our focus, scatter our energies, and find ourselves exhausted and unfulfilled. Today, we embark on a journey to unravel this paradox. We will explore 10 powerful habits that, when cultivated, will transform the way you relate to time. These are not mere productivity hacks, but profound shifts in mindset and behavior that will empower you to take control of your life. They are rooted in the wisdom of the ancients, but they are also deeply relevant to our modern lives. Time is the most valuable currency we have. Unlike money, once it is spent, it cannot be earned back. Yet, we often treat it with less care than we do our finances. We allow it to slip away, second by second, hour by hour, day by day, without truly considering where it's going or what we're getting in return. But it doesn't have to be this way. By adopting the habits we will discuss, you can reclaim your time, direct it toward what truly matters, and ultimately, create a life that is not just busy, but meaningful. Wisdom seekers, your support means everything. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and consider using the thank you feature to make a donation. Every like, subscribe, and donation helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge. Wisdom seekers, are you ready to master the most elusive of all resources? Let's begin. Habit 1. The art of saying no. Picture a ship sailing across the vast ocean. It has a destination, a purpose, and a course set to reach that final harbor. But now, imagine that every time a passing vessel sends a signal, the captain changes course to follow it. Soon the ship is zigzagging across the water, with no clear direction, wasting precious fuel and time. This is what happens when we fail to master the art of saying no. In a world saturated with choices, opportunities, and endless demands on our time, the ability to say no becomes a compass that keeps us on course. It is not merely a word. It is an act of self-respect, a declaration of your priorities, and a statement that your time is valuable. The concept of saying no is often misunderstood. It is not about rejecting opportunities out of fear or indifference. It is about making deliberate choices about where to invest your energy. When you say no to something, you are actually saying yes to something else, something that aligns more closely with your values and goals. Let's delve deeper into why this habit is so crucial. Our lives are a series of trade-offs. Every time we choose to do one thing, we are by default choosing not to do another. This is the essence of opportunity cost. For instance, agreeing to attend a meeting might mean sacrificing time that could be spent on a project that truly excites you. Saying yes to a social obligation might mean saying no to a peaceful evening of reflection or family time. The problem is that many of us are conditioned to say yes to almost everything. We fear missing out, disappointing others, or being seen as uncooperative. But what we often fail to realize is that by saying yes to too many things, we are effectively saying no to our own needs, goals, and well-being. Socrates, the classical Greek philosopher, was known for his questioning approach to wisdom. He often advised, "Know thyself." This advice is particularly pertinent when it comes to saying no. To master this habit, you must first know what you truly value. What are your priorities? What are the goals that, if achieved, would make the most significant difference in your life? Once you have clarity on these points, saying no becomes easier. It is not about rejection, but about protecting what is most important. Consider this. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, once said, "I'm as proud of what we don't do as I am of what we do." His success was not just about innovation, but also about the discipline to focus only on what truly mattered and to say no to everything else. Practically speaking, how can you begin to cultivate this habit? Start by auditing your current commitments. Write down everything you have said yes to: projects, meetings, social engagements, favors, and responsibilities. Now ask yourself, which of these truly align with your goals? Which of these bring you closer to the person you want to become? Next, practice the polite no. This is a way to decline requests in a manner that is respectful and considerate. You don't have to be harsh or abrupt. For example, if someone asks for your time, but the request doesn't align with your priorities, you can respond with, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm currently focused on other commitments." Another powerful tool is the no, but. This is a way of offering an alternative that still allows you to decline the original request. For instance, if a colleague asks you to take on a task that doesn't fit your current focus, you might say, "No, I'm unable to help with that right now, but I can connect you with someone who might be able to assist." As you practice saying no, you will notice a profound shift in your life. You will have more time for the things that truly matter. You will feel more in control, less stressed, and more aligned with your goals. And most importantly, you will begin to live with greater intention. The art of saying no is not just about managing time. It is about reclaiming your life. It is about ensuring that your precious hours are spent on what truly matters, rather than being scattered across endless distractions. This is the first and perhaps most powerful step toward mastering your time. Habit 2. Embracing the power of routine. In the heart of every successful life lies a series of routines. Those quiet, daily rituals that seem mundane to the outside observer, but are in fact the invisible scaffolding that supports a life of purpose and achievement. Let's imagine for a moment that your life is a grand construction project, a towering edifice that represents your dreams, goals, and aspirations. The blueprint of this project is your vision, but the actual building blocks are your daily habits. Without a solid foundation of routine, even the most magnificent blueprint will never come to fruition. The great philosopher Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This quote captures the essence of why routine is so powerful. It is through the consistent repetition of small, deliberate actions that we shape our character, our skills, and ultimately, our destiny. Routines are not about rigidity. They are about creating a framework within which you can operate at your best. Think of them as the rails that guide a train. Without rails, the train would wander aimlessly, unable to reach its destination. But with them, it can move swiftly and efficiently toward its goal. One of the most profound benefits of routine is that it conserves mental energy. Each day, we are faced with countless decisions, and decision fatigue is a real phenomenon. By establishing routines, you reduce the number of decisions you need to make, freeing up mental space for more important tasks. For instance, if you have a set morning routine, you don't have to waste time or energy deciding what to do first thing in the morning. You simply follow the routine, and your day begins smoothly. The Stoics, too, were strong advocates of routine. They believed in the importance of starting the day with a clear intention. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, would begin each day with a meditation on the challenges he might face and the virtues he would need to navigate them. This practice, known as morning reflection, set the tone for his day and allowed him to approach his responsibilities with calm and focus. To create a routine that works for you, begin with your mornings. The first hour of your day is often the most important because it sets the tone for everything that follows. A powerful morning routine might include activities such as meditation, journaling, exercise, and reading, each designed to prepare your mind, body, and spirit for the day ahead. But routines are not just about the mornings. Evening routines are equally important, as they help you wind down and prepare for a restful night's sleep. An effective evening routine might include activities like reflecting on your day, planning for tomorrow, reading something inspiring, or practicing gratitude. The beauty of routine lies in its ability to transform ordinary moments into opportunities for growth. For example, a routine of daily exercise not only improves your physical health, but also builds discipline and mental resilience. A routine of journaling helps you process your thoughts and emotions, leading to greater self-awareness and emotional intelligence. However, it is crucial to remember that routines should serve you, not enslave you. Flexibility is key. Life is unpredictable, and there will be days when your routine is disrupted. On these days, it's important to adapt and not be too hard on yourself. The goal is progress, not perfection. Over time, as you build and refine your routines, you will begin to notice subtle but significant changes in your life. You will feel more grounded, more focused, and more in control of your time. Your days will become less chaotic and more intentional, and you will start to achieve your goals with greater ease. In essence, embracing the power of routine is about taking control of your life. It's about creating a structure that supports your growth and aligns with your values. It's about transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary, one day at a time. Habit 3. The discipline of focused work. Imagine a sculptor standing before a block of marble. With every strike of the chisel, he chips away at the excess stone, slowly revealing the form within. This process requires not only skill, but also intense focus. The sculptor must be fully present, completely absorbed in his work, to bring his vision to life. Now consider this. Your mind is like that block of marble, and your focus is the chisel. Every time you engage in focused work, you are shaping your thoughts, your skills, and your future. But if your focus is scattered, if you are constantly distracted, then your progress will be slow, and the final result will be far less than what you are capable of achieving. The discipline of focused work is perhaps one of the most challenging habits to cultivate in today's world. We live in an age of distraction, where our attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 different directions. Emails, social media, notifications, and endless streams of information compete for our focus, making it increasingly difficult to concentrate on any one task for an extended period. Yet focus is the key to productivity and achievement. Without it, even the most talented and driven individuals will struggle to reach their full potential. This is why the discipline of focused work is so crucial. It allows you to channel your energy into what truly matters and to make meaningful progress toward your goals. The Stoics understood the importance of focus, not just in the sense of concentrating on a task, but in the broader sense of directing one's life toward what is truly valuable. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, advised, "Be not diverted from your course. Focus your efforts on the task at hand." This is a reminder to avoid distractions and to remain steadfast in the pursuit of your goals. So, how can you cultivate the discipline of focused work? It begins with creating an environment that minimizes distractions. This might mean turning off notifications, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, or even setting aside specific times of the day for deep work. The key is to create a space where you can fully immerse yourself in the task at hand. Next, it's important to develop a practice of SingleTasking. Multitasking might seem efficient, but it actually reduces the quality of your work and increases the time it takes to complete tasks. Instead, focus on one thing at a time. Give it your full attention, and you'll find that you can accomplish more in less time. Another powerful technique is time blocking. This involves setting aside specific blocks of time for focused work on a particular task. During this time, you commit to working on that task and nothing else. This creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay on track. But focused work is not just about concentration, it's also about intention. Before you begin a task, take a moment to clarify your purpose. Why are you doing this work? What is the desired outcome? By setting a clear intention, you align your actions with your goals, making your work more purposeful and fulfilling. In addition to these strategies, it's important to recognize the value of rest and recovery. Focused work is mentally demanding, and without proper breaks, your productivity will suffer. The Pomodoro technique, for example, involves working for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, you take a longer break. This method helps maintain high levels of focus while preventing burnout. Over time, as you cultivate the discipline of focused work, you will begin to notice significant improvements in your productivity, creativity, and overall sense of accomplishment. You will become more efficient in your tasks, more engaged in your work, and more satisfied with the results. In essence, focused work is about quality, not quantity. It's about making the most of your time by fully engaging in the task at hand. By mastering this habit, you will unlock your true potential and move closer to achieving your highest goals. Habit 4. The practice of reflection. Reflection is the mirror of the mind. Just as we look into a mirror to see our physical appearance, we must look inward to see the state of our thoughts, actions, and emotions. Without reflection, we are like travelers on a journey with no map, wandering aimlessly, unaware of where we've been or where we're going. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life. We rush from one task to the next, barely pausing to catch our breath, let alone to reflect on our experiences. But without reflection, we miss out on the valuable lessons that our experiences can teach us. We continue to make the same mistakes, fall into the same patterns, and miss opportunities for growth and improvement. The practice of reflection is a habit that has been valued by philosophers and thinkers throughout history. The Stoics, in particular, placed great importance on reflection as a means of living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on his day, examining his thoughts, actions, and motivations. This practice helped him to stay true to his principles and to live in accordance with his values. So, what does it mean to practice reflection, and how can it help you reclaim your time? Reflection is about taking the time to pause, look back on your day, week, or even your life, and assess how you've spent your time. It's about asking yourself important questions. What did I achieve today? What challenges did I face? How did I handle them? What could I have done differently? What have I learned? By regularly engaging in this practice, you gain valuable insights into your own behavior and decision-making processes. You become more aware of your strengths and weaknesses, your successes and failures, and you learn from them. This self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth and development. But reflection is not just about looking back. It's also about looking forward. It's about setting intentions for the future, based on what you've learned from the past. This forward-looking aspect of reflection helps you to stay focused on your goals and to make better use of your time. One of the most powerful tools for reflection is journaling. Writing down your thoughts, experiences, and insights is a way of organizing your mind and making sense of your experiences. It's also a way of tracking your progress over time and of seeing how far you've come. To make reflection a regular habit, set aside time each day for it. This could be in the morning, as a way of setting intentions for the day, or in the evening, as a way of reviewing the day that has passed. During this time, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed and allow yourself to think deeply about your experiences. Begin by asking yourself a few key questions. What went well today? What didn't go as planned? What did I learn? What can I do differently tomorrow? Write down your thoughts in a journal and be honest with yourself. This is not about judgment, but about understanding and learning. In addition to daily reflection, it's also valuable to engage in longer periods of reflection at regular intervals, such as weekly, monthly, or yearly. These longer sessions allow you to take a broader view of your life and to assess your progress toward your long-term goals. The benefits of reflection are profound. By regularly looking inward, you become more mindful, more intentional, and more in control of your life. You become better at managing your time, making decisions, and navigating the challenges that come your way. In essence, the practice of reflection is about taking the time to check in with yourself, to assess your progress, and to adjust your course as needed. It's about ensuring that you are not just moving forward, but moving forward in the right direction. Habit 5. The power of deliberate practice. Mastery of any skill or discipline requires more than just time. It requires deliberate practice. This concept, popularized by psychologist Anders Ericsson, suggests that simply spending time on an activity is not enough to achieve excellence. Instead, one must engage in focused, intentional practice, constantly pushing the boundaries of one's abilities. Let's consider the example of a musician. Imagine a pianist who plays the same pieces over and over again, never challenging themselves with more difficult compositions, never seeking feedback or guidance. They might be able to play these pieces well, but their skills will plateau. On the other hand, a pianist who deliberately practices, choosing challenging pieces, working on difficult passages, seeking out constructive criticism, will continue to improve, even if they spend the same amount of time practicing. The difference lies in the approach. Deliberate practice is about pushing beyond your comfort zone, identifying areas of weakness, and working on them with focused effort. It's about setting specific goals, tracking your progress, and constantly seeking ways to improve. In the context of time management, deliberate practice means not just going through the motions of your daily tasks, but constantly looking for ways to do them better, faster, and more efficiently. It's about being intentional with your time, treating each task as an opportunity to learn and grow. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." This reminds us that time is a precious resource, and we must use it wisely. Deliberate practice is one way to ensure that we are making the most of our time by continually improving our skills and abilities. So, how can you incorporate deliberate practice into your life? Start by identifying the key skills or areas of knowledge that are most important to your goals. These could be professional skills such as communication or leadership, or personal skills such as time management or mindfulness. Once you've identified these areas, break them down into specific, actionable goals. For example, if you want to improve your communication skills, you might set a goal to practice public speaking. Seek out feedback from a mentor or read a book on the subject. The key is to be specific and intentional in your practice. Next, track your progress. Keep a record of your efforts, noting what works and what doesn't. This will help you stay motivated and allow you to see how far you've come. It will also help you identify areas where you need to focus more effort. Another important aspect of deliberate practice is seeking feedback. This could be from a mentor, a coach, or even a peer. Feedback is essential for improvement because it helps you see your blind spots and identify areas for growth. Be open to constructive criticism and use it as a tool for self-improvement. Finally, be patient with yourself. Deliberate practice is not easy, and it requires time and effort. But the rewards are worth it. By continually pushing yourself to improve, you will not only achieve mastery in your chosen field, but you will also become more efficient and effective in how you use your time. In essence, the power of deliberate practice lies in its ability to transform ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. It's about making the most of your time by focusing on what matters most, and by continually striving to improve. By adopting this habit, you will not only achieve your goals more quickly, but you will also become a more skilled, confident, and successful individual. Habit 6. The discipline of time blocking. Time blocking is a simple yet powerful technique that can revolutionize the way you manage your time. It involves dividing your day into blocks of time, each dedicated to a specific task or activity. This approach helps you to stay focused, avoid multitasking, and ensure that you are making the most of your time. Imagine your day as a blank canvas, and time blocking as the process of filling that canvas with meaningful, purposeful strokes. Each block of time represents a deliberate choice about how you want to spend your day, and together, these blocks form a complete picture of a productive, fulfilling life. The idea behind time blocking is not new. In fact, it has been practiced by some of the most successful people in history, from Benjamin Franklin to Elon Musk. The reason it works is that it forces you to be intentional about your time, to plan ahead, and to focus on one task at a time. One of the greatest benefits of time blocking is that it helps you to avoid the trap of multitasking. Multitasking might seem like a good way to get more done, but in reality, it divides your attention and reduces the quality of your work. When you time block, you commit to focusing on one task at a time, which allows you to work more efficiently and effectively. Time blocking also helps you to prioritize your tasks. By planning your day in advance, you can ensure that the most important tasks get done first. This reduces the risk of procrastination and helps you to stay on track toward your goals. So how can you start time blocking? Begin by identifying the key tasks and activities that you need to accomplish each day. This could include work tasks, meetings, exercise, personal time, and so on. Next, assign a specific block of time to each task. Be realistic about how long each task will take, and don't forget to include breaks and downtime. It's important to be flexible with your time blocks. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go according to plan. If something unexpected comes up, don't be afraid to adjust your time blocks as needed. The key is to remain focused and intentional with your time, even when things don't go as planned. Another important aspect of time blocking is protecting your time. This means setting boundaries and saying no to distractions and interruptions. For example, if you have blocked out time for a specific task, don't allow yourself to be pulled away by emails, phone calls, or other distractions. This requires discipline, but it's essential for making the most of your time. Over time, as you practice time blocking, you will begin to notice a significant improvement in your productivity and efficiency. You will be able to accomplish more in less time, and you will feel more in control of your day. Time blocking is a simple habit, but its impact can be profound. In essence, the discipline of time blocking is about taking control of your day. It's about making deliberate choices about how you spend your time and ensuring that your actions are aligned with your goals. By adopting this habit, you can transform your daily routine and create a life that is both productive and fulfilling. Habit 7. The importance of prioritization. In the grand tapestry of life, not all threads are of equal importance. Some threads form the foundation, while others are mere embellishments. The same is true of our tasks and responsibilities. Some are crucial to our success and well-being, while others are distractions that pull us away from what truly matters. The habit of prioritization is about recognizing the difference between these threads and making deliberate choices about where to focus your time and energy. It's about identifying what is truly important and ensuring that those things are given the attention they deserve. One of the most effective tools for prioritization is the Eisenhower matrix, a concept popularized by former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower. The matrix divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. The key to effective prioritization is to focus on tasks that are important but not urgent. These are the tasks that contribute to your long-term goals and overall well-being, but that often get pushed aside in favor of more immediate concerns. By prioritizing these tasks, you can ensure that you are making progress toward your goals, rather than just reacting to the demands of the moment. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." This quote reminds us that the way we spend our time is a reflection of our priorities. If we are constantly busy but not making progress toward our goals, it may be time to reassess our priorities. So how can you begin to prioritize more effectively? Start by identifying your long-term goals and values. What are the things that matter most to you? What do you want to achieve in your life, both personally and professionally? Once you have clarity on these points, you can begin to align your daily tasks with your long-term goals. Next, use the Eisenhower matrix to categorize your tasks. Focus on completing the important but not urgent tasks first, and try to delegate or eliminate tasks that fall into the other categories. This will help you to stay focused on what truly matters and to avoid getting bogged down in busy work. Another important aspect of prioritization is learning to say no. As we discussed earlier, saying no is essential for protecting your time and ensuring that you are not taking on tasks that are not aligned with your priorities. This can be difficult, especially if you are used to saying yes to everything, but it's a crucial skill for effective time management. Finally, be willing to reassess your priorities regularly. Life is constantly changing, and what was important to you a year ago may not be as important today. By regularly reviewing your goals and priorities, you can ensure that you are staying on the right path and making the most of your time. In essence, the importance of prioritization lies in its ability to bring clarity and focus to your life. It's about making deliberate choices about where to invest your time and energy, and ensuring that your actions are aligned with your goals. By adopting this habit, you can create a life that is both purposeful and fulfilling. Habit 8. The power of single-tasking. In a world that often glorifies multitasking, the habit of single-tasking can seem counterintuitive. But the truth is, single-tasking, focusing on one task at a time, is far more effective than trying to juggle multiple tasks at once. It allows you to fully immerse yourself in the task at hand, leading to higher quality work, greater efficiency, and a deeper sense of satisfaction. The human brain is not designed to multitask. When we try to do multiple things at once, our attention is divided, and we end up switching back and forth between tasks. This constant switching not only reduces our productivity, but also increases our stress levels and decreases the quality of our work. The habit of single-tasking is about recognizing the limitations of the human brain and working with them, rather than against them. It's about giving your full attention to one task at a time and completing it to the best of your ability before moving on to the next. The Stoics understood the value of focus and presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness." This quote captures the essence of single-tasking, the commitment to be fully present in whatever you are doing and to give it your best effort. So, how can you cultivate the habit of single-tasking? Start by eliminating distractions. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and create a workspace that is conducive to focus. If possible, dedicate specific times of the day to single-tasking, when you can fully immerse yourself in your work without interruptions. Next, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. By incorporating mindfulness into your work, you can improve your ability to single-task and enhance the quality of your work. Another powerful technique is to set specific, achievable goals for each task. By breaking your work down into smaller, manageable tasks, you can stay focused and avoid feeling overwhelmed. As you complete each task, take a moment to acknowledge your progress and celebrate your achievements. It's also important to take regular breaks. Single-tasking requires intense focus, and without breaks, your productivity will eventually decline. The Pomodoro technique, which involves working for 25 minutes followed by a 5-minute break, is a great way to maintain focus while preventing burnout. Finally, be patient with yourself. Cultivating the habit of single-tasking takes time and practice. It's not always easy to resist the urge to multitask, especially in a world that constantly demands our attention. But with persistence and commitment, you can develop this habit and reap the benefits of increased productivity, higher quality work, and a greater sense of satisfaction. In essence, the power of single-tasking lies in its ability to help you make the most of your time and energy. By focusing on one task at a time, you can work more efficiently, produce higher quality results, and experience greater fulfillment in your work. This habit is not only a powerful tool for time management, but also a path to a more mindful, intentional, and satisfying life. Habit 9. The discipline of consistency. Consistency is the thread that weaves all the other habits together. It is the discipline of showing up, day after day, and putting in the effort, even when it's difficult. It's about building momentum, creating positive habits, and steadily working toward your goals. Consider the example of a marathon runner. To prepare for the race, the runner must train consistently, putting in the miles day after day, regardless of the weather, their mood, or how busy they are. This consistency builds endurance, strength, and mental toughness, enabling them to complete the marathon when the time comes. The same principle applies to time management and personal productivity. Consistency is what turns good intentions into lasting habits and what transforms small daily actions into significant achievements over time. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." This quote reminds us that progress takes time, and that consistency is key to achieving our goals. So, how can you cultivate the discipline of consistency? Start by setting clear, realistic goals. Break these goals down into smaller, manageable tasks, and commit to completing these tasks on a regular basis. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection. Even small, consistent actions can lead to significant results over time. Next, create a routine that supports your goals. Routines provide structure and help to reinforce positive habits. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, you might create a routine of exercising at the same time each day. By making this routine a habit, you reduce the likelihood of skipping workouts and increase your chances of success. It's also important to track your progress. Keep a journal, use an app, or create a visual tracker to monitor your consistency. Seeing your progress over time can be incredibly motivating and can help you stay committed to your goals. Another important aspect of consistency is accountability. Share your goals with someone you trust and ask them to hold you accountable. This could be a friend, family member, or coach. Knowing that someone else is watching your progress can provide an extra layer of motivation and help you stay on track. Finally, be patient with yourself. Consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the effort, but it's on these days that consistency matters most. Remember, progress is not always linear, and setbacks are a natural part of the journey. In essence, the discipline of consistency is about making steady, incremental progress toward your goals. It's about showing up day after day and putting in the work, even when it's difficult. By cultivating this habit, you can turn your aspirations into reality and create a life that is both productive and fulfilling. Habit 10. The art of letting go. In our relentless pursuit of productivity and time management, it's easy to overlook one of the most essential habits, the art of letting go. This habit might seem counterintuitive at first, but it's a crucial element in the mastery of time and in leading a balanced, fulfilling life. Letting go is about releasing the need to control every aspect of your life and recognizing that some things are beyond your control. It's about accepting that not everything will go according to plan, and that's okay. The Stoics, with their emphasis on the dichotomy of control, understood this well. They taught that we should focus our efforts on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of what we cannot, such as external events and the actions of others. The philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This simple yet profound statement captures the essence of letting go, focusing on what you can change and accepting what you cannot. By embracing this mindset, you can free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety and make better use of your time. So what does letting go look like in practice? It can take many forms depending on the situation. One of the most common forms is letting go of perfectionism. Many of us have a tendency to set impossibly high standards for ourselves, leading to stress, frustration, and wasted time. Perfectionism can cause us to spend excessive amounts of time on tasks, seeking to make them flawless when good enough would suffice. By letting go of the need for perfection, you can free up valuable time and energy to focus on what truly matters. Another important aspect of letting go is releasing the past. We all carry regrets, disappointments, and unresolved issues from our past, and these can weigh us down and drain our energy. Holding on to the past prevents us from fully engaging with the present and moving forward in our lives. The Stoic philosopher Seneca advised, "Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I acquire?" By reflecting on the day's events, learning from them, and then letting them go, we can enter the next day with a clear mind and a renewed sense of purpose. Letting go also means accepting that not everything is within our control, and that's okay. We live in a world that is unpredictable and often chaotic. Trying to control every aspect of our lives is not only impossible, but also exhausting. By accepting that some things are beyond our control, such as the behavior of others, the outcomes of certain events, or even the weather, we can free ourselves from unnecessary stress and focus our energy on what we can change. Another way to practice letting go is by delegating tasks. Many people have a hard time delegating because they fear that others won't do the job as well as they would. However, this mindset can lead to burnout and prevent you from focusing on the most important tasks. By letting go of the need to do everything yourself and trusting others to handle certain tasks, you can free up time and energy to focus on what truly matters. Letting go also involves releasing the need for constant productivity. In our society, there is often pressure to be constantly busy, to always be doing something. However, this can lead to burnout and a sense of emptiness. It's important to recognize that rest and relaxation are not only necessary, but also productive in their own way. By letting go of the need to be constantly productive, you can create more balance in your life and ensure that you are working from a place of energy and inspiration, rather than exhaustion. Finally, letting go means accepting failure as a natural part of the process. Many of us fear failure and avoid taking risks because we don't want to experience the discomfort that comes with it. However, failure is an inevitable part of growth and learning. By letting go of the fear of failure, you can take more risks, learn from your mistakes, and ultimately achieve greater success. So how can you cultivate the art of letting go in your life? Start by identifying the areas where you are holding on too tightly. This could be perfectionism, control over others, unresolved past issues, or the need for constant productivity. Next, practice mindfulness and self-awareness to recognize when you are clinging to these things. When you catch yourself doing so, gently remind yourself to let go and focus on what truly matters. It's also helpful to develop a practice of reflection and acceptance. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on what went well and what didn't, and then let it go. Accept that you did your best, and that tomorrow is a new day with new opportunities. Finally, be kind to yourself. Letting go is not always easy, and it's okay to struggle with it. The key is to keep practicing and to be patient with yourself as you learn this valuable skill. In essence, the art of letting go is about freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens and focusing on what truly matters. It's about recognizing that you don't have to control everything, and that sometimes the best way to manage your time is to release the things that are weighing you down. By adopting this habit, you can create more space in your life for what truly matters and lead a life that is both productive and fulfilling. Conclusion: in today's fast-paced world, reclaiming your time is more important than ever. The habits discussed in this essay, mindfulness, routine, focused work, reflection, deliberate practice, time blocking, prioritization, SingleTasking, and consistency, are powerful tools that can help you take control of your time and create a life that is both productive and fulfilling. By cultivating these habits, you can transform the way you manage your time, reduce stress, and achieve your goals with greater ease and efficiency. You will become more mindful of how you spend your time, more intentional in your actions, and more disciplined in your efforts. Remember, reclaiming your time is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. It's about aligning your actions with your values and creating a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. By embracing these habits, you can take control of your time and create a life that is truly your own.